Breaking news. Ladies and gentlemen, today I bring you Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution Review. Now, this has been a segment on my channel that I wanted to start for a while now, where I go over anime films and anime movies, just because I don't see a lot of that going on YouTube, and I could be wrong. I don't know every anime YouTuber out there, but with everything going on in the community and with this whole quarantine and everybody being on lockdown, I was like, there is no better time than to start this segment than right now. And I was on Netflix and I was looking for more anime to watch because, you know, they do have a growing selection, and I came across Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution. Now, I remember back in 2018 when I first saw this movie being broadcasted and the trailer came out. I was like, oh, this will be interesting, and I didn't think it would take as long as it did. I thought it was going to be a sooner drop than what it was, but they pushed it to about a year out for 2019, and I didn't know how I felt about the remake of the original Pokemon movie with Mewtwo in it. And so I was a little bit hesitant to click on it, but I did click on it, and you guys, this is going to be my honest review about the entire movie. Now, before we get into that, go plus Ultra and smash that subscribe button. Lets me know you rock with the content that I put out here on this channel. And without further ado, let's get into this review. Now, the first Mewtwo movie, the very first movie ever, dropped back in 1999, and the movie centered around Mewtwo being genetically engineered and genetically bred from the DNA of the original Mew, hence the name Mewtwo. And after serving Team Rocket for a period of time, he became this Pokemon that was just hell-bent on figuring out who he was and what was his purpose in life. And, you know, when you were younger, you thought about it and you looked at him as a villain, but then you come to realize as you get older, the people who aged with the original movie, you're like, I understand that shit more now that I'm an adult versus back when I was a kid. And I was born in 95. So keep that in mind. But now that I'm older, I'm 24 now, I'm like, wow, I understand Mewtwo a hell of a lot more. And basically what the entire movie is Mewtwo seeks to understand who he is as a Pokemon and what his role is and his purpose is in the world, because he's not an organic being. He was bred and created in a lab. So he calls all the top trainers out to his island, and he duels the trainers in the Pokemon. He steals them, he makes clones of them, and then the clones battle the originals in this big massive brawl. And what I can really say from watching this movie from scene to scene, from beginning to end, is that it does not hit like the original movie. Now, I don't want y'all to dislike the video just off of me saying that. I want y'all to understand where I'm coming from. Yes, the updated graphics are much appreciated. Yes, I do see the implementations. Yes, I do see the usage of new Pokemon moves and graphics and, you know, all this different stuff, and that's phenomenal. But the emotional strings for me just are not pulled upon within this movie. And I think the main reason why they're not pulled upon is due to the fact that the original soundtrack is nowhere to be found in this movie. The only song that I could definitively hear from the original soundtrack was just the original Pokemon theme song, and that was it. Nowhere in this entire video is the song It Was You, and it didn't have probably the best song on the entire soundtrack, Brother My Brother. You know, the iconic Brother My Brother that played at the very end scene of the movie where the clones and the originals are fighting each other. And you have that very emotional scene where you have clone Pikachu smacking the dog shit out of real Pikachu, and real Pikachu is just like, I'm not gonna fight you, and you just have him going back and forth like, Pika, 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 and like nothing is happening. Like OG Pikachu is not fucking with clone Pikachu at all. None of that is happening. So I'm like, from a nostalgia aspect, I'm like, it's just not pulling my emotional heartstrings like the original first Pokemon movie was. But from a marketing standpoint, it's not a bad movie, and I don't want people to think that it's a bad movie. But if you have seen the OG Pokemon, you're not going to look at this like it's an upgraded version in terms of how it's going to hit. You see what I'm saying? But I get it, because if you want to watch the old movies, the only way that you're going to do that is if you have the VHS, you have the DVD, or you're bootlegging it. Those are the only options. So I'm confident with saying that they're probably going to do the same thing for the Pokemon movie 2000, the Lugia movie, and maybe, you know, the Gen 2 movies like the Celebi movie, maybe Gen 3. I mean, they might just go ahead and do them all. I mean, Pokemon is a very solid franchise. There's a lot of money to make, and definitely upgrading the graphics would help that. But if you're not able to get the soundtracks and you're not able to really give everything the movie has to offer, because the soundtracks made those movies. I looked forward to watching the Pokemon movies and having the extended theme songs play at the beginning of every fucking movie. But it's also the soundtracks in between. I really don't have any comments to say about the voice actors. They sounded straight to me. I couldn't tell anything different from them. Of course I know that they're different voice actors, but they sounded fine to me. My biggest thing was just the soundtracks. And before this, I never really harped on soundtracks. I've always stated that, soundtracks are beautiful. They make a movie, but I never knew how much they made a movie till you take such an iconic movie of Pokemon, Mewtwo, and then take the soundtracks out of them, and you're just left with the video. I'm like, this doesn't hit at all. And even the whole stone scene where Ash gets turned to stone, you're like, I don't care. After watching this new video, I was like, I don't care. If the soundtrack, it's fucked up, but I'm like, if the soundtrack isn't playing, I'm not upset. I'm not upset. Ash put himself in that predicament. He ran out there himself. He did it to himself. I can't be upset. Now, if my brother was playing in the background, my heart would have just melted out of my chest due to him, being turned to fucking stone. But like I said, if you haven't watched the original, I would suggest watching the original first and then watching this one, and then you do it yourself. Compare the old to this one. They're the exact same movie, just one has soundtrack, the other one doesn't. One's 2D animation, the other's like a 3D, 2D blend. The only real change other than that and the voice actors is Mewtwo's origin. His origin is changed slightly. All the major points are kept. The little points, there's changes here and there. I don't feel like going over it all. But that is all I have for you today. If you made it to the end, thank you for rocking with me. This was a very quick video to be a gateway into my movie review segment that I want here on this channel. I will be going over all the OG movies, not just Pokemon. I might hit Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. I know but there are some other movies that I want to go over too. Not just anime movies, just animation in general, if you're hearing what I'm saying. So I definitely, now that Netflix got the deal with Nickelodeon, I see that they got an Invader Zim movie and a new Hey Arnold movie. Two brand new movies for both of those series. That's my childhood right there. Invader Zim, Hey Arnold. I'm looking at maybe Rugrats. Who knows? Look, all I'm saying is that Netflix definitely got a leg up with capping Nickelodeon. So I'm looking at all that. But look, comment on the video, share the video, rate the video, all that fancy stuff. And like always, keep it safe and wrap it tight. I'm out.
BBMPs, I'd avoid that area. That BMP's got thermal sights. Get the hell out of there. Roach, I'm waiting behind the hangars at the southwest corner of the runway.
Took a scenic route, eh? Let's go.
Go upstairs and look for the ACS module. Roach, I've been compromised. Keep a low profile and hold your fire.
This is Major Petrov! Come
Student, cross the tarmac to the southeast.
Roach, follow me, let's go! Head for the MiG, I'll cover you! I'm headed for those jeeps, cover me! Snowmobiles, take them out! To the east, Roach, go! Roach, follow me, let's go! Head for the MiG, I'll cover you! To the east, Roach, go! I'll cover you, come to me! To the east, Roach, go! Snowmobiles, take them out! Roach, follow me, let's go! Head for the MiG, I'll cover you! To the east, Roach, go! Roach, follow me, let's go! Head for the MiG, I'll cover you! I've got you covered, Roach. Move up, move up! Snowmobiles, take them out! All right, let's go! Cover me, I'm making a break for it! I'll cover you, come to me! that snowmobile. Let's get the hell out of here.
Kilo 6-1, the primary expo point is compromised. We're en route to the backup LZ using enemy transport. Meet us there. Over.
Bravo 6, this is Kilo 6-1. Roger that. Out.
More tangos to the rear! Just outrun them! Go! Go! Don't slow down! Keep moving or you're dead! Go! 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 Come on! Come on!
Bravo 6, we're at bingo fuel. What's your status? Over.
Kilo 6-1, we're taking heavy fire, but we're almost there. Stand by! Pin the throttle, keep going! There's the chopper, let's go!
Bravo 6, we have you on visual. Get your ass on board. We're running on fumes here. Okay, they got the ACS. We're out of here.
The rest of Task Force 141 brought in the ACS, Alan. 2 men took down an entire base. I ask much more from you now. Yesterday you were a soldier on the front lines, but today, front lines are history. Uniforms are relics. The war rages everywhere, and there will be casualties. This man, Makarov, is fighting his own war and he has no rules, no boundaries. He doesn't flinch at torture, human trafficking, or genocide. He's not loyal to a flag or a country or any set of ideals. He trades blood for money. He's your new best friend. You don't want to know what it's cost already to put you next to him. It will cost you a piece of yourself. It will cost nothing compared to everything you'll save.